Hello. It's interesting times at the moment, isn't it? I was talking to someone yesterday and they had to lay off 6 people.
It's hard.
And they were so distraught, but they knew that if they didn't,
They would have gone
under themselves.
Yeah. Really, really.
However, there's positive because it means that everything's been restructured. Everyone has to really dig deep. And if anything, I've actually become more creative. I've become more focused. I think
look for new opportunities.
Yes,
yeah.
And it's
a whole year of this. Burn it to the ground and rebuild, basically.
The tower card. If I think of a tarot card, the tower.
You got one?
Yes.
It literally.
It's so apt. And because the tower, if you think of the tradition of the meaning of the tower, it means something has to break down in order for new.
That's the one.
That's the tower. And tower also means that if you don't have your house in order, it'll crumble more, and there'll be nothing to take from it as far as your talent or your skills. Whereas if you actually say, as it's falling, oh my God, okay, I've got this talent, I've got that talent, I'm going to throw that talent out there, or I'm going to throw that brick out there. So when I go to reform, I can actually use that as a cornerstone to rebuild. Whereas if you're free-falling and not sort of conscious of the fact that you don't know what's going on, or you're actually buying into your own fear around not having enough, scarcity, it's mine, I've got to keep everything to me. This energy is about an opportunity for people to share their resources as well as their talents.
A lot of businesses are freaking out and taking action from a place of fear, and that's not going to be good for them long term. I'm such an optimist and I see opportunities in everything. I'm not going to go out of business because of this. Even if I start a new business that serves a market that needs something right now, like there's still that opportunity. I think a lot of people are just looking at what is and not thinking of what could be or what can come from this, whereas I'm all thinking of, well, what do I want right now? What do people want right now? And I'm kind of, you just adjust and you go with it. I've had some of my clients that think more like me are totally fine, and they're like, whatever happens has happened, everything will be cool, I'm just continuing what I'm doing, checking in with my clients, being honest with my staff. And then there's other people, everyone's cancelling, I need to cancel everything myself. Coming from that whole place, and like because they're focusing on it, it's just going to keep happening more and more and more. Manifestation, more attraction.
Which is scary. But you know what I find too? It's because they're all up here.
Yeah.
They're all in the ether. They're all sort of like, it's grounding. It's a very good time to do some grounding ritual to ground that energy so that you get solid.
Yeah.
Like when you're solid in the world, and any pushes, the first thing, you're not going to fall down. And even if you do fall down, you know how to fall.
Yeah.
You go with the punches.
Yeah. You don't have a good savings plan, or your business isn't profitable and you're not paying yourself and you haven't taken responsibility for that, then that's your tower's going to burn down.
Well, you won't be left with much because you actually
have
didn't
to rebuild
build it
from scratch.
You actually didn't build it. And again, the tower card is all about the 4. 4 in numerology is all about stability.
Well, isn't it a 4, like it's 2020? Yeah.
So hence, everything that's up to be challenged is challenged.
Yeah.
Be it health, be it finances, be it business, be it relationships. So if you are looking at the tower, if something is a little bit shaky, if it's a relationship, guess what? That's going to be the first corner to fall. Yeah. And if it's also business, that's going to be the next one.
Yeah.
Whereas if you've actually got a strong relationship, if you've got strong financial sort of like, and it doesn't mean you have to be wealthy.
Yeah.
It just means that you're good with your money.
Yeah.
And also too with health. So if they're all working, you can come in, there shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
And yet there could be a problem. And you deal with it.
That's right.
You just
deal with it as it goes.